So EOS has a cashmere body oil. Many people adore body oil. It helps to soften and smooth dry, rough skin, but in contrast to a moisturizer, it doesn't lock in hydration as well, and it doesn't impart moisture retaining abilities as well. It's kind of lacking in those other components, but it definitely can improve the look of the surface of the skin. Just rubbing an oil on the surface of the skin actually helps to exfoliate gently flaky skin. Now, this is a product, speaking of body oil, that I adore. I wish they made this fragrance free because it's basically mineral oil with some other stuff plus fragrance. But this is great for dry, flaky skin. Like if you were to get a sunburn and it's healed, right? It's healed over. You know how once it heals over, the skin gets really, really flaky, and a lot of people want to pick that off. Don't do that. Just rub a little, ideally just plain mineral oil, but this works too, you know? That's a great way to exfoliate that without irritating your skin. Speaking of stuff in here, it kind of looks like somebody has been sampling this a little bit too liberally. The Sensitive and Radiant, this is a vegan formula from Nivea. Does have fragrance, glycerin, and shea butter. Interesting. Caught my eye. Now, I'm always raving about Vaseline, right? But their moisturizers are also really good. For example, the Sensitive Skin Relief. Oops. I almost threw it at you guys. This is also really good as a facial moisturizer. It's fragrance free. Also, they have the Advanced Repair. They're both really good. This one, I mean, you really don't feel much of a difference between the two, but this one has shea butter up higher in the formulation ingredient list. The shea butter in this is much lower down. Now, a budget find here at CVS is the Advanced Skincare Lotion. You can use this on the face. Don't be afraid to do that. It works really well and is a great facial moisturizer. $7.59 for 20.37 ounces. So not much to complain about there. Now, we also have some options from Olay, of course, with hyaluronic acid here in their Nourishing Body Lotion. Niacinamide is going to be present in pretty much any Olay product because that's kind of their thing. They were putting niacinamide in stuff long before it was a trend. But niacinamide is good for dark spots, redness, the moisture barrier, glycation, anti-aging. If you tolerate it, don't sleep on it because a lot of people develop underarm hyperpigmentation. They want to try all kinds of pigment lightening things that are too irritating, but niacinamide is probably one of your better bets as far as things to improve that, because not only will it help with lightening the hyperpigmentation, it's gentle provided you tolerate it, but it also kind of boosts barrier function, limiting access of irritants into the skin that would further drive the hyperpigmentation. So, speaking of Vaseline, they have this, and Vaseline and niacinamide, they have this compete with Olay thing here, because not only does this have niacinamide, but it also has some peptides in it. Palmitoyl, tripeptide 1, and tetrapeptide 7. Those are going to help with moisture retention. The palmitoyl, when you see that, it's just a little fatty doodly-doo to help it get in the skin better. Because peptides, you know, it's a pretty big, broad category, peptides. And the issue there is, are they large? Are they charged? Because if so, getting them into the skin is going to be really difficult. Plus, they tend to be water-loving, whereas the skin barrier is like this thick wax, more or less. So they have to tweak all these little parameters to have peptides that actually get in the skin. Now, this Star brand has some lip balms, which we already know. We already know I need to just walk away because I don't need any of this, all right? This lip balm, they have a few scents here. Flavors. It comes with flavor when it's a lip balm, right? I mean, even though it's scenting, you gave it a whiff, it's scented, you're gonna lick it eventually, hence its flavor. They have a very vanilla, they have a magic mint, watermelon squeeze, Yeah, those are the scents slash flavors, however you want to name it. But this does not stand out to me as something I have to have. Aside from the fragrance, which you could be irritated by, it has a variety of emollients. Sunflower seed wax will help with water loss. Also has shea butter, avocado oil, olive oil. Really decently moisturizing, but no petroleum jelly, which, looky here, we got the minis, take them on the go. Doesn't want to focus, but speaking of on the go, this is a great lip balm. If you're on Accutane, this is great to keep with you to address those dry lips. If you are on Accutane and you don't have dry lips, then you're not taking the drug. Simple as that. If you're taking the drug, you don't have dry lips, it's not being absorbed. Something's going on. The dry lips are like checking in, okay? Checking in. Also, a gram of omega-3 fatty acids a day can help cut down on the dry chapped lips, help cut down on the dry eyes. Also, it can be helpful for some of the lab abnormalities that one might encounter on that medication. Whoa, look at this value size of intensive repair lotion from Eucerin. This product is amazing. Both the intensive repair and the advanced repair, but the intensive repair has alpha hydroxy acids, which are really good for gently exfoliating and hydrating. They do make you a bit more sensitive to the sun though, so you want to be protecting your skin accordingly, as you should be anyway. But that's a hefty amount there, 33.8 ounces. I really like that repair lotion. Skin calming itch soothing cream is also really good with colloidal oatmeal. This is great if you have eczema. Very rich. I also like the hydrogel formulation. It's a little bit more lightweight, not as greasy feeling on the skin. Speaking of colloidal oatmeal, the Cetaphil Restoraderm line, yes, and yes. Very good. Very, very good. Love this, but stay tuned. I'm going to be reviewing their new Hydrate and Firm line, which I'm not seeing here, that has mandelic acid. So stay tuned for that. This has mandelic, it has salicylic, and it has poly. This has been a favorite, this one right here. It's really good for rough and bumpy skin, aka keratosis pilaris, but it's also good for hyperpigmentation on the body. Gentle exfoliation. You can use this on the face too. Great if you have acne. I was just in Ulta and they had a huge selection of Tree Hut paraphernalia, including some new body lotions, which are marketed as body serums, but they're just lotion. I have been washing my face with this every morning for months and months, and I'm about down to this point. I have really just been pleased as can be with this cleanser. I hope they don't discontinue it. It's kind of ironic that this ended up being my favorite product in this line, because it's the one product in the Radiant Tone line that does not have thiamidol, the key attractive ingredient for inhibiting tyrosinase, targeting hyperpigmentation. But these have such a strong fragrance, I wasn't able to tolerate them. Although the eye cream is free of fragrance, but yeah, I didn't end up using these after the review. I tried them out, but after I filmed the review, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna finish these because I can't stand this. I'm wearing this right now. This particular SPF is really good from Neutrogena. It's got this teeny tiny little peptide that penetrates really well into the skin. Stay tuned because I'm going to be reviewing this week, maybe even tomorrow if you guys play your cards right. A review will appear of this and their new vitamin C serum in this line. CVS already has fall candles and some fall decor out. Pumpkin spice was pretty pleasant. The cinnamon apple cider, okay, this I don't really think it belongs as a fall candle per se, but it's nice. And you have these little wooden pumpkin coasters, battery operated fall leaf lights, a flannel throw. Then we have Halloween candy here. York peppermint patties as a pumpkin shape. Let's see what you're doing there. Copying the Reese's. Then we have Snoopy here with his little football. I'm gonna have some Halloween pseudo costumes here. Summer remnants. This is that type of Halloween makeup that never quite works out as it looks in the picture. Those lashes are interesting. The color paint, those are cute. Beautifully bewitched nails. I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera, but there's a little, see the little black cat? I like those. These are like Wicked themed because you have the green and then you have the pink with the bows. It's kind of cute. So you guys know how I love the Merit Minimalist Cream Concealer. I bought this one from Revlon and it's actually really good, except price-wise, it's not that great of a deal because you don't get that much product in here, but it works really well. It's not focusing. It works really well. Like, it's a nice cream formula and it's easy to use. I like the shape. Still pretty expensive, but it's a good formula for sure. Even though we know I do not need another lip balm, I am tempted because I recently finished the Berry Burst and I really have enjoyed that. The peach one looks fun. These do have fragrance, but they're fun nonetheless. They provide a nice pop of color. They're really good. They're moisturizing. I love them. So my Tarte tubing mascara arrived that I got from Amazon for Prime Day, that deal. And I'm pretty happy with it. It works well, but I'm kind of tempted after I finish it to go back to this. I really enjoyed it, the bubble mascara. But before the Tarte one, I was using and also really enjoying, here, I'll come over here because I saw it out of the corner of my eye, the telescopic. I think that this is underrated because the wand is really, it really works with you, you know? It's got a good amount of flexibility. It's not a super rigid wand, but it's also not too floppy, and the bristles are perfect for really giving a good amount of length. I wonder how, oh, this is the waterproof original. This one, the telescopic lift, I was not that impressed with this one. The telescopic original, however, is good stuff. Good stuff. This is a good one too, Lash Paradise. I haven't used it in a while though. I have you guys balanced on an empty jar, an advanced healing ointment from Amazon Basics, the Aquaphor affordable dupe. Yeah, affordable dupe of Aquaphor. Who would have thought these are words we'd be concerning ourselves with? But here we are in 2025. Plus, you're on an empty jar of the Abib hydrating rice mask that I love so much, the barrier jelly that's like this thick, rich glycerin kiss. Speaking of which, she's back. She's been back in my routine for a while. I was using the prequel version of this, the Skin Utility gel, for a while, and that's great, but the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast was the original like one that I discovered for, yeah, around the eye area. Like, a lot of people have under eye thinning of the skin. The skin there is thin to begin with, but they notice they have these prominent sebaceous glands that are a lot more obvious under the skin. They're not milia, they're not little cysts, but if you put this under the eyes, it can really help diminish the appearance of those just by hydrating the skin and by light scattering. There's not really a treatment to get rid of those other than using like a topical retinoid, which can be super irritating to the eyelid. You might try instead a retinol or retinaldehyde formulated into an eye cream to be tolerated around the eyes. But with long-term consistent use of that, it can improve collagen production and ultimately thicken the skin there for sure. And of course, sunscreen to prevent further collagen loss under the eyes. But the other thing I like about doing this technique is that eyelid skin is really vulnerable to irritation from stuff in the air, like aero allergens, pollens, and things. The thing about the eye is that the way when you blink, the way the muscles contract, it kind of sucks the allergen up even closer and traps it there in the redundancies of the eyelid area, and it really allows for those allergens to have even better access to the already delicate and accepting skin of your eyelid. This, because it's a skin protectant, it works really well at reducing access, basically. Plus, it's really gentle. Now, I've seen comments whenever I mention this that your version in your country says not to use around the eyes. Ours does not say that. I don't know why they would warn about that. This is not harmful to use around the eyes whatsoever. It's just a glycerin skin protectant, and let me tell you, it works really well. It's also great, like if you have dryness and irritation from topical medications on the face, and you don't like using petroleum jelly because it's too heavy or something, this is an alternative. Now, because it's glycerin, similar to this or the Abib, actually. You know, I've never tried using Abib under my eyes, the barrier jelly. I should try that sometime because, you know, the Abib one is really sticky. That's the thing. But this is a little sticky. Glycerin can be kind of sticky in products. This one is not as sticky as the Abib one. The Abib one, however, if you give it time, it really does sink in. And the following morning, it's like the whole glass skin thing. Your skin is just really plump and hydrated when you use that Abib one that I have you guys balanced on. But this is a really good product. It's also interesting if you use it to like the corners of your mouth to protect against saliva pooling there, breaking down the skin barrier. But it kind of has a little sweet taste to it because of the glycerin. This is really versatile. I haven't really tried using it around my nails, but I think it would be great in that way as well. But let me tell you, petroleum jelly around the nails is amazing. So I imagine this would end up working out well. And the reason petroleum jelly is so good around the nails, and probably better than that, is because it has the best longevity on the skin and occlusivity. So for nail folds, that is really helpful for reducing access of moisture that would disrupt nail plate growth and lead to ridging, and also helps the skin barrier around that area protect against pathogens getting in, which can cause a paronychia, an infection around the nails. And it's also a great way to reduce the risk of formation of hangnails, which are such a nuisance. Let me tell you. Yeah, I mean, this product's really versatile. Look how it just jazzed up the appearance of my fingernails, just like that. Actually, I'm pretty happy with that. Like, if you wanted to take a picture and your hand was going to be in the picture and you don't have nail polish on, but you want to just make your nails instantly look glowy, put a little drop of this. You don't need very much. I mean, man, they are like, I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille, at this point, because can you see that? Is it picking up like how shiny? It looks like I buffed them, right? And they're not like sticky or greasy or anything. They're just a little slippery, but they're not like when you touch stuff, it's all greasy. The kids are already going back to school. Charlie he's already had the first day at this point. Have you had the teacher meet the teacher? Yeah, before you know it, you're gonna have that first parent-teacher conference with Charlie's teacher. So I really hope he's been on his best behavior. All that stuff we did over the summer, the workbooks, the math problems, the flashcards. I know Charlie is already ahead of the game, right? I know he's already ahead of the game, even though we let him have some free time, as he should have, you know, normal summer, yeah. And I'm sure you're glad to have Charlie out of your hair, but I bet you miss him a little bit. But tomorrow you have something that is even better than your firstborn child, and that is me at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm joking, okay? I know I'm not better than your own flesh and blood, but get excited. Stuff I have been trying out for you guys, because there's some chaos going on behind the scenes There's some chaos, there's some stuff that came to fruition as I was testing things out. And you don't have an excuse because I know Charlie's in school at that time. And I know the laundry is running. Or, you know, those of you who have your Zoom calls all scheduled, yeah, just screen off, okay? You can watch me in the background, all right? Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed today's vlog. If so, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.